Okay, so today we have Varnika here with us. Hi, Varnika.
Hi, Karen. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Good, good. It's a bright, sunny day.
It's night here.
Looking forward. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
huge difference. Okay, so Varnika, why don't we begin by you telling me a little bit about yourself?
So I did my university degree in York University. So I did honors in information technology over here. Then I got my permit over here. So I'm working with Infosys as a software developer associate. So yeah, currently in that field. And inside that, I'm working in ServiceNow to be specific.
Okay, perfect. You
Yeah.
mentioned about information technology. So when you were admitted to York, was that your desired major?
Yes, definitely. I've been always interested in computer science and business, so this is the perfect blend for both. So, yeah.
Perfect. And also, especially as an international student, one question is about housing. So, did you live off campus from the beginning, or did you like move on and off campus constantly?
So no, I lived on campus for the beginning years. So I came in Canada in 2018. So the beginning 2 years was on campus, and then due to pandemic, I went back to India. So I was working online for all the classes. And once I came back from India, I was living off campus. So 2 years on campus, 1 year off campus.
Okay, so 3 years in total, but 2 years on campus and 1 year off.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I would recommend people to stay on campus because it's a good environment and you have people to help you out. There are dorms on the residence that can help you out with everything. There are a lot of activities that happen on residence. So you get to network also a lot and you'll make new friends and it's a much better place, I feel.
Yeah.
If you have people coming with you, like friends who are coming with you to the same university, I do understand you can live off campus because you know each other. Otherwise, I would recommend on campus.
Perfect. Also you spoke about like activities and like friends, but one main thing as international students is like food. So was it easy to actually adjust to the food there?
Initially, it is a bit of a challenge because coming from India, you're more like prone to eat spicy food and you miss home cooked food as well. So the food over here is not that spicy, I would say, but you do adjust eventually. And at that time, when I came in 2018, the number of options were limited. But now there are a lot of more options, and there are a lot of Indian grocery stores, Indian restaurants. So I think it's pretty manageable at this point of time.
So I take it you're enjoying the food there right now.
Oh, surely I can cook everything. You can tell me.
Perfect.
Yeah. You get everything practically. Even like today, I'm going to make aloo paratha.
Oh, nice. That's
Yeah.
my mouth is already watering. So again,
Yeah.
apart from food, one important question is about the weather because we're used to like such a hot and humid climate. So my next
Mhm.
question to you would be how long did it actually take your body to get adjusted to the weather there?
It does take a while, I would say, about like 4, 5 months. But the point over here is that during winters in the university, all the particular buildings are well connected. So there are inner pathways made. So you're not very exposed to the winters outside. And so, university life, I personally feel I didn't face such a challenge during the weather. But yes, you do need to buy proper winter clothes to get yourself, you know, um, adjusted to the weather, I would say. Because at times the weather does dip to minus 25 degrees.
Mm.
So that could be a little challenging, but I think you can manage it out.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we've spoken about the food, we've spoken about the weather. Now, as a university student, what did your typical college day look like from morning to evening?
So actually, it depends on the courses that you choose. So the schedule will change from day to day, but usually I used to have like around 2 classes a day, and one used to be in the morning and one in the evening. The between time used to go in spending with friends in the student hub to work on certain projects and assignments. because there are a lot of group assignments, so you need to coordinate.
Yeah,
So usually we would be spending a lot of time in the student hub, and during the exam period, I used to spend a lot of time in the libraries. And in between, like if you are interested in a certain kind of hobby, there are a lot of clubs in the university: yoga club, meditation club, dance club, badminton club. So you could join any of them, and they have their own schedules as well. So some of the days it would be like going for those club activities. Some of the days, like I told you, on campus residents have their own activities
right.
assigned as well. So doing those things, and yeah, eating food and sleeping. Yeah.
That sounds like an ideal routine for like a student, at least as of now.
Yeah. But yeah, during exams, it would be a lot of study, I would definitely say.
Definitely.
It'll be like spending about 3 to 4 hours in the library studying, because as the year extends in your third or the fourth year, I personally have studied for like about 12 hours as well at a go. And especially when you are the lead of the group activity, it's a
Hmm.
lot of responsibilities on you. So, yeah.
Yeah, with great power comes great responsibility.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, talking about like responsibility, professors, how approachable were your professors in college over there as compared to maybe during your school life here in India, or like any experience that you've had with the education system here versus the ability of the education system there?
Well, the professors are very approachable, I would say. Every professor has their working office hours, and a lot of times students do not go for the office hours. I would really urge every student to go for the office hours and just talk to the professor, get your doubts cleared. Even on the assignment, if there's possibility of getting a certain feedback, please go ahead and talk to your professors. Personally, I did this from like the first year itself, and it helped me a lot, and I in getting good grades. So a lot of, because the subject is new, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of times you do get stuck in certain points and you don't know how to move forward. So you do need guidance. So definitely talk to your professors, and you can email them as well. Usually they do take a few business days to respond, because they are usually very busy. They have like other things to do, and they'll probably be handing like 5 courses at a time. So that's a bit, and one course would be having like 200 students or so. So it's quite a bit to handle, but they do respond. So, yeah.
That's good to hear. And also, where how did you actually decide which course to take?
Sorry, your voice got cut.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Hello?
Can you hear me now?
I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, how did you actually decide which courses to take up each semester?
So, you can consult an academic advisor who can help you choose your courses for the year. So there are 2 semesters in like Canada. There are 2 semesters in one year that you can take, and summer semester is optional. So you can talk to the academic advisors, and see what courses you can balance the load out. Personally, I did not talk to any academic advisors. I did talk to a lot of my friends, because usually it happens that a course that they are taking in this particular semester is a course that you might have to take in the future. So you do get a feedback about the course and the workload in that. So I did choose my subjects accordingly, and I did also do a little background research, because every course has like an outline as to what topics they're going to be covering, and a little brief about what the course is. So I personally chose like that, but I know a few of my friends did talk to the academic advisor.
Yeah, that does make sense. And like talking about advice and everything in general, did you take any help for like your applications for the admission process in general?
Oh, yes. So this did not come up earlier on, but in 2017, I went to Singapore, and I was in James Cook University doing information technology, bachelor's in information technology. I did 2 semesters over there, and then I transferred to Canada, York University. So during this transfer procedure and all, I did need help, and so I came across Deepti ma'am, and she was the only person who was kind of optimistic and showed me the correct way to go through it. And she guided me a lot, and she had a lot of personal involvement. We went to a lot of advisors, and they point blank kind of rejected us, saying the fact that you're in a such a good country like Singapore, why would they would straight point blank, reject your application. Although James Cook University is actually an Australian based university. So it was quite dejecting when you hear that, you can't transfer. And because I had certain family reasons because of which I was sent to Singapore first.
Yeah.
Uh, but with Deepti ma'am, she showed me the correct way to go forward. She even told me that your time would not be wasted, and so got 1 year of transfer credits as well. So this honors degree is 4 years, and I got 1 year of transfer credits. So I did not lose out on time. I got to the transferred university, desired university. So she was really very helpful, and even after you know getting into the York University and going through the whole procedure, she's one of those person who really keeps a check on you, and she will message you, she will ask you about yourself, and she would make sure that you're in a comfortable scenario, comfortable space. So I really like the fact that she's personally involved with all her students. Like,
Exactly.
I really appreciate that, because other places, they are not that involved, as far as I know. Personal engagement does make a huge difference for every student.
Agreed. 100%. Coming to
Yeah.
my last question to you, which is actually a very important one. Parents are always often confused as to whether they should just send their child for a bachelor's or a master's degree abroad. So have you having experienced bachelor's degree there and now currently residing there? What are your thoughts on like this scenario and the situation that comes up?
It actually depends from family to family. But talking about my personal family, my parents also had a hitch of sending me very far away, because it's the first time you're going,
Yeah.
and it'll be across the world. Or Canada is almost across the world, right? So they have their own inhibitions in sending. So they wanted to send me to Singapore first to test the waters, I guess. And I also had a few cousins over there. So I spent 2 semesters in Singapore. And I think I proved myself by coming in Dean's List. And I think they gained confidence after that to send me a little far away. So, because parents are concerned that the student might not be able to deal with the pressure, deal with the scenarios that come, because you're always in home comfort area, right?
Yeah.
Comfort zone.
Yeah.
So parents do have those hitches, but I think they gained that particular confidence, and then they sent me to Canada. So they saw that I could manage the responsibilities, thank God. But yeah, so
But
yeah,
that's
then I eventually came to Canada.
and the rest is history.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I'm so glad I was able to prove them, and they were proud that I was able to do things properly. Because usually all these things, whether it be cooking, laundry, other things, are taken care of when you're at home, right? So, and once you're exposed, initially the student does not understand, because you're just being sent, right? And then you understand, you eventually gain confidence, and you're able to do things. So I'm glad.
Perfect. Yeah, that's really good to hear, especially like your personal experience with everything, honestly. And Varnika, thank you so much for like joining us today. It was so great hearing your experience. And yeah, so all the best for your future, and we can't wait to see what you're going to do with it.
Thank you. All the best to you too. It was a pleasure having you here and talking to you.
Likewise.